Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Practice Podcast today. I am Anna, and I am very happy to practice English with all of you again. We are going to learn some very useful sentences for our daily English communication. Today's interesting topic is how to talk simply and correctly about your favorite hobbies.
I am Ben, and this is Anna. We are happy to practice English with you this morning. Listen carefully to our full conversation and try to understand all of the new simple words. You should try to repeat the easy phrases after us to quickly improve your speaking skills. We hope this helpful episode assists you in your English learning journey.
Hello, Ben. I want to ask you a very important question right now. I hope everything is going well for you today, my dear friend. We are happy to begin our podcast episode about the hobbies that bring us joy. Please tell me about your special plans for the upcoming weekend right now.
Hello, Anna. Thank you for asking me that. I am feeling great right now. My plans for the weekend always include my quiet favorite activity at home. I am always happy when I can spend my free time relaxing in such a way. I want to share my interesting hobby with all of our wonderful listeners today.
That sounds exciting. You have already made me very curious about your plans and activities. What exactly is your main hobby that you enjoy doing quite frequently and easily? Do you believe this enjoyable activity is both very fun and also relaxing after busy work? Is it an expensive activity that requires a lot of your extra money?
My favorite thing to do during my comfortable free time is reading many different kinds of books. I spend several enjoyable hours every week enjoying the beautiful pages of interesting stories. I prefer reading fantasy and science fiction stories from different global writers and authors. I think books are much better than watching many boring television shows right now.
Reading is a really fantastic and educational hobby for many successful people worldwide. Do you always read books only in English, or do you also read them in your native language as well? I hope you understand everything clearly, even when the writer uses difficult new words. What is your most favorite book?
I try my best to read different types of short stories in simple, understandable English all the time. I read all of my books in the warm living room, sitting on the big, comfortable sofa. I also like to read small comic books with many funny pictures sometimes. I always make sure I am totally comfortable before I begin to read anything new.
Why exactly do you like reading so much more than other popular activities that exist? Does the time you spend reading make you feel completely relaxed and very calm after your busy day? I would like to know if you usually read late in the evening every single day. Do you think reading helps you to sleep better at night?
I enjoy reading because it quickly takes me to many different and exciting new worlds immediately. Learning new vocabulary and expressions from books is always very useful and helpful for my job performance. I read for a short time right before I close my eyes to go to sleep every night. This habit helps me forget about my busy workday and totally relax my mind.
It seems like you have found the perfect hobby that completely fits your wonderful personality. Do you still read on your phone, or do you prefer the classic paper books right now? I think your strong commitment to reading every day is very inspirational for everybody around you. That is a great habit to have.
Yes, I always save my biggest reading time for the beautiful and quiet weekend mornings. I usually wake up quite early to read when the house is still very quiet and peaceful inside. Reading is simply my favorite thing to do for myself every single week consistently. It brings me a lot of happiness and calm, focused energy. That was great. Thank you very much for sharing your wonderful experience with reading books, Anna. It was my pleasure to answer your questions today and talk about my favorite pastime activity. Now it is time for me to ask you some interesting questions about your life and free time. What do you like to do?
I am completely ready to tell everybody about the exciting hobby that I love the very most. I hope you remember correctly what my favorite daily activity is that I spend time on. I promise you that my hobby is totally different from your love for simply reading books. Let's talk about my favorite things.
Okay, Anna, now we need to talk about the things you love doing with your time now. What is your most favorite and enjoyable hobby to talk about with friends right now? I remember you told me about it once before, maybe last year on the podcast. I hope I can guess your main activity correctly this time.
I think you might remember correctly this time after a little bit of thinking, Ben. My main hobby is spending time making delicious food for all of my friends and family. I spend many happy hours in the kitchen creating new kinds of meals for them. Yes, my favorite thing to do every single day is cooking in my kitchen.
Cooking is a very wonderful and practical hobby that benefits many people around you every day. What kind of special dishes do you usually enjoy preparing for everyone who visits your home? Do you always follow simple recipes from your grandmother's famous old cookbook? Do you try to cook healthy food for everyone?
I absolutely love making all kinds of traditional Italian food for dinner parties at my home. My friends especially enjoy my homemade lasagna and simple, delicious pizza very much. I also often bake sweet chocolate cakes and different kinds of tasty cookies for dessert. I always use the freshest ingredients from the local farmers market.
That sounds absolutely delicious, Anna. I am already feeling very hungry just hearing this now. Do you have a very large modern kitchen where you can work freely and comfortably every day? Is cooking sometimes very difficult and frustrating for you after a long, tiring workday? Do you feel tired after cooking a big meal?
I have a small but very bright kitchen that I truly enjoy spending my time in every day. I think cooking is quite easy for me because I have practiced this skill for many years now. It is a very creative process that quickly helps me to totally relax and feel good. I usually put on some loud music while I am preparing all of the delicious food. Now, let's talk about the details. How often do you cook your delicious food for people, Ben? Do you cook something every day, or is it mainly your relaxing weekend activity right now? Do you always prepare large amounts of food for your friends and neighbors regularly?
I usually cook something quick and simple for myself almost every single evening after work. I mostly eat outside or buy food during the busy weekend when I am very active. I enjoy cooking simple pasta dishes and making big salads for myself only. I do not prepare much food for friends very often. And where do you always prepare your wonderful food? Only inside your home kitchen, Anna? Can you cook something simple when you are resting outside in beautiful nature sometimes? Did you ever try cooking something very exotic on the outdoor barbecue grill in the summer?
I almost always cook only indoors, but that is a very interesting question to consider for the future. I sometimes really love cooking simple vegetables on the outdoor barbecue grill in the warm summer. Cooking on the grill is always a wonderful activity when the sun is shining brightly outside. I think I need to try making some simple chicken on the barbecue grill next time. That is a very good idea. I really like your suggestion to try new outdoor things now. Do you have any new hobby that you want to try learning this current year, Ben? Did you ever think about starting to take photos outside in nature with a camera? The world around us is so beautiful for taking wonderful pictures.
I have really thought a lot about wanting to start learning a completely new practical skill. I would truly like to learn how to play the guitar very well. because I love listening to music. It would be very fun to sing and play music in my free time, often at home. Unfortunately, I need to find a very good teacher to show me all of the basic skills.
Playing a musical instrument is a very beautiful and very challenging kind of hobby for many people. You definitely need a large amount of patience and daily practice to play the guitar well. You can find many very simple and free lessons on the popular YouTube platform for beginners. I am sure that you will be able to play very well next year, quickly.
That is a helpful piece of advice. I will certainly try to find those simple video lessons tonight on YouTube. And what new hobby would you like to try learning and mastering this year instead of cooking? Is there any specific skill that you have always truly wanted to acquire and learn? Could you learn how to paint beautiful pictures very well?
I have always wanted to learn how to paint with oil paints on a large white canvas surface. I really enjoy the whole process of creating something beautiful and completely original from nothing. It must be very relaxing to spend time painting pretty flowers and quiet natural landscapes. Maybe this will be my next hobby instead of cooking every single day for everyone.
I think that painting with oil colors is a wonderful and calming activity for your free weekends. You will be able to create many beautiful handmade gifts for your friends and family very soon. You just need to buy some simple paints and a few small brushes to begin the work. I can help you find a very simple and cheap art supply store in the city center.
Thank you, Ben. That is a kind offer. I will definitely check the local art store this weekend. Do you think learning a new skill is easier when you are young or when you are an adult? Does learning a new hobby help your brain stay active and focused?
I think learning is always good, no matter what age you are right now. Learning a new hobby definitely helps your brain stay active and keep thinking sharply. It is important to always challenge yourself with something completely different and new. I believe new skills bring great happiness to your life.
We talked a lot about reading and cooking quietly inside our homes now. But what exactly do you do on the weekends, Ben, when you have free time? Do you enjoy engaging in active sports or simple activities outside in the fresh air? Do you like going on long walks in the green mountains or quiet, peaceful forests?
I really love spending active time outdoors in nature whenever the weather is sunny and warm outside. I often go hiking in the local mountains with my big backpack when I have some free time. My friends and I always drink coffee near the river to properly rest afterwards and talk quietly. This wonderful activity truly helps me completely forget about my busy working week.
Going hiking is a fantastic way to stay both healthy and totally happy at the very same time. It is very good for your strong body and for your very busy, tired mind. Do you always take a special photo camera with you to capture some good pictures of the scenery? How long does your walking trip usually last for when you go to the mountains?
Yes, I always take my small digital camera to photograph the beautiful natural landscapes easily. I try to take very good pictures of flowers, tall trees, and maybe some wild animals running around. Our hiking trip usually lasts for approximately 3 or 4 hours in total. We always make sure we are safely back home before it becomes dark outside.
That is a very organized and healthy hobby to enjoy with your friends and family. Do you need any special equipment or expensive gear for your regular hiking trips? Do you think hiking is an easier activity than running or swimming in the ocean? Do many people hike near your city?
We only need comfortable shoes and maybe a bottle of fresh water for the easy trails near the city. Hiking is definitely much easier and more relaxing than running or swimming laps in the pool. Many people enjoy walking near the mountains because the fresh air is so clean. It is a very popular weekend activity. And what is your favorite activity to do outdoors besides the fun barbecue cooking that you enjoy? Do you enjoy riding a bicycle very fast or swimming in a large pool when the weather is warm? Do you like working in your own garden or simply lying on a quiet beach all day?
I really enjoy riding my bicycle along the river every single weekend without fail to exercise. It is very fast and interesting to see many new places and buildings in the city area. Sometimes I also go to the large tennis court to play a simple, friendly game with a good friend. Physical activity certainly helps me feel much more energetic and happy during the entire day.
Do you ride your bicycle quickly on busy roads, or do you use the dedicated bicycle paths nearby? Is tennis a difficult sport to learn if you have never played before in your life? Do you watch professional cycling on television sometimes?
I always ride my bicycle quickly and safely only on the dedicated paths next to the river. Tennis is certainly a difficult sport to learn, but it is still very fun to play simply. I don't watch professional cycling, but I enjoy watching big tennis matches on television. I love watching great athletes compete. That was an interesting talk, Ben. Now let's discuss the people around us. How important are your close friends to the hobby that you enjoy doing regularly every day? Do you always enjoy reading your books only alone or sometimes together with your friends? Do you have a small book club where you discuss all of the new interesting stories?
I believe that reading is mainly an activity for only one single person, so I always read completely alone. I truly love the absolute silence when I completely immerse myself in a fictional written world. I do not have a formal book club, but we often discuss books with my smart brother every week. It is very interesting when he tells me about all of his new ideas and opinions.
That is a very nice way to share knowledge and easily discuss different new interesting ideas. Do you think that common hobbies help people get along better and quickly find friends? Do you easily find many new friends when you go hiking in the mountains and forests?
Absolutely. Shared hobbies are definitely the best and fastest way to meet many new interesting people. When hiking, we always meet many very friendly and open people on the trail together. This quickly helps us discuss the beautiful scenery and share useful tips easily with each other. That is a very easy start for a good conversation and friendship.
That makes perfect sense. Do you ever go to special events connected to the books you read? Do you visit book fairs or meet your favorite science fiction writers in the city? Do you buy paper books or electronic books online?
Sometimes I go to the local bookstore to see the new publications and interesting titles. I have not met my favorite author yet, but I really hope to meet him next year. I mostly buy classic paper books because I love the physical feeling of them. I think paper books are much better than reading on a screen. Now, is your hobby of cooking more directly connected with involving many other people easily? Do you always prepare delicious food only for yourself, or is it always a big party for others? Do you often cook many different dishes together with your closest friends in the kitchen?
My hobby is very social because I really love seeing big smiles on people's happy faces after they eat. I never cook only for myself. I always share my food with many people around me. Yes, my friends often help me prepare the food for our regular weekend parties in the large kitchen. We always have a lot of fun when we are cooking together and laughing.
That is a great tradition. Do your friends help you clean the kitchen after you finish cooking everything? Do you ask them to bring something simple, like a dessert, or maybe some drinks? Do you cook international food only, or also your local national dishes?
Yes, my friends are very kind and they always help me clean the kitchen quickly after dinner. I often ask them to bring something simple, like some water or maybe a bottle of fresh juice. I mostly cook international food, but sometimes I cook our grandmother's tasty traditional dishes too. Traditional food is always comforting. Do you ever bring your books to work? Or do you keep your favorite books only at home? Does your boss know that your favorite hobby is reading and staying quiet? Do you recommend books to your colleagues and family members often?
I keep my books only at home, but sometimes I read articles on my phone during the short lunch break. I think my boss knows that my favorite hobby is reading quietly in my chair. I recommend simple and exciting adventure books to my colleagues every time they ask me. Reading is important for everybody. Now, Anna, what are the best dishes to cook when you are feeling tired after a busy day at work? Do you think cooking can be a good activity for relieving stress from difficult problems? What is the cheapest dish you like to cook?
When I feel tired, I cook a simple pasta dish with cheese and a tomato sauce very quickly. I definitely think cooking can be a very good activity for relieving stress from long work days. The cheapest dish I like to cook is a large, simple vegetable soup with fresh bread. It is healthy and very cheap.
That was a fantastic talk, Ben. And now we must review everything that we have learned today. We learned how to ask simple questions about hobbies and common free time activities. We talked about reading, cooking, playing music, and also hiking outside in the forest.
That is right, Anna. We also learned the simple questions, what is your hobby, and how often do you do it? You can use the easy words we practiced, like reading and cooking, immediately in your life. Remember to practice our sentences every single day to quickly improve your speaking skills right now.
We want to encourage all of our wonderful listeners to start thinking about their own daily activities. Ask yourself, do I have a hobby? And why do I really like it so much? Write down your answers using the easy English we shared in this long episode. This method will surely help you remember all of the new vocabulary and phrases better.
Let's quickly review the new action verbs that we learned in this fun conversation today. We practiced the very important verbs to read, to cook, to hike, and to paint. Try to create your own simple sentences using these powerful verbs every day this week. For example, say, I like to hike in the mountains every Sunday.
That is a very useful exercise for improving fluency and building confidence in your English speaking. We also learned about the importance of frequency, using words like always, sometimes, and never. Can you say, I always cook dinner, but I never hike in the rain? Try to say it out loud now.
We hope you enjoyed practicing these basic conversation structures with us both. Our goal is to make learning English easy, very fun, and totally effective for your busy schedule. We want you to feel very comfortable speaking with native speakers about your daily life.
Please rewind and listen to this entire episode again this evening.
Listening to the English language repeatedly is a fantastic and proven way to improve your comprehension skills greatly. Try to pause the audio and repeat entire blocks of the conversation out loud yourself. Focus carefully on the correct pronunciation of the simple words and the rhythm of the sentences. This technique will make your own speaking sound much more natural.
Think about your friends and family. Maybe they also want to improve their English language skills with us. Share this helpful podcast episode link with everybody you know right now on your social media. Learning together with a friend is often much more motivational and a lot more fun. Invite them to join our growing community immediately.
We truly value your support for the English Practice Podcast and our entire mission to educate people worldwide. If you found this specific episode useful and enjoyable, please give it a big thumbs up right now. Liking the video tells the platform that our educational content is very helpful for other learners.
Please subscribe immediately to our YouTube channel, English Practice Podcast, right now so you do not miss anything new. Hitting the subscribe button ensures that you get a notification for our next excellent lesson very soon. We plan to talk about how to talk about your job in our next upcoming episode next week.
We want to hear from you directly about the things that you love doing in your free time. Write your most favorite hobby in the comments below this video right now for our learning community to read. We are excited to read all of your amazing answers and wonderful ideas from around the entire world.
Tell us about your hobby using the simple structure we practiced. My favorite hobby is activity, and I do it frequency. For example, write, my favorite hobby is playing football, and I do it 3 times a week. We will try to respond to as many of your fantastic comments as we possibly can.
If you have any questions about the vocabulary or grammar from this specific lesson, please ask them in the comments section. We will gather all of your great questions and maybe answer them in a special future episode. Your feedback helps us create better and more focused content for all of you.
Remember to be patient with yourself during this long and exciting language learning process. Learning a new language takes a lot of time and consistent, focused effort from you. Celebrate all of your small daily victories and enjoy every single step of your journey. You are doing a wonderful job right now.
So this brings us to the very end of today's detailed lesson on how to talk about hobbies. We hope you learned a lot of new things and feel more confident speaking about your life. Remember to practice, and practice those simple sentences until they become automatic.
Thank you very much for spending your valuable time practicing English with us today, our friend. We truly hope that you have a wonderful and very productive week ahead of you now.
We will be back very soon with more simple, effective, and fun English practice just for you. Goodbye for now, and remember to keep learning something new every day.